Alright YouTube, welcome back to the channel. This is my November 2021 Aromage deck list. So previously on the channel, I think in January of this year, I posted my first version of this deck, and looking back, a lot of the comments were right. It was a little inefficient in a lot of places. I got so many amazing comments on that video that I just had to post an updated version of the deck with everyone's comments. I did my best to respond to every comment that was posted, but there's over 70 comments on that video now and thousands of views, which is much bigger of a response than I actually ever anticipated for one of my videos. So that video took a little bit longer. It was a pretty long video because I explained all the card effects. So what I'm going to do for this video, I'm just going to go through what cards I play and give a very brief description. And then if you guys want, let me know in the comments if you guys want this. Then I could do an extended explanation of all the combos and everything. But for this video, I'm just going to be going over the deck list that I play. And I know that's going to be a little upsetting to people, but I need to find a way to make these videos shorter. So we're going to start out, for your Aromage cards, you're playing 3 Aromage Jasmine. I know, it's Japanese Jasmine, very nice. Yeah, it's your best Aromage card. It's a great starter to have. You get to draw cards, plus you get to do a second normal summon, which is really important for another play in this deck. You're playing your 3 Aromage Laurel. It's going to be your main tuner for the deck. It can make anything a tuner, and if it's sent to the grave, you gain 500 life points, which is amazing. So if you use it in any of your synchro or your link plays, you're going to get the effects for the life gain off those monsters. Then you have your 3 Aromaseraphy Angelica, another amazing tuner, probably your best way of gaining life points during your opponent's turn, and just amazing for link climbing as well. And then this is something I did update since my last video. These have been pretty consistent, but I've gone down to playing only 1 Rosemary and 1 Majorum. I cut Bergamot from the deck. You're playing Bergamot in the side deck now. I'll go over the side deck in a little bit, but you're playing one Rosemary, 1 Majorum. You can play 2 of these if you want. It's just nice. Rosemary negates opponent's monster effects during the battle phase, and then Majorum can banish specific cards from your opponent's graveyards equal to the amount of aroma monsters you control. So Majorum has a really powerful effect. It's just a little awkward since it's a level 5, and it is a little bricky if you draw it in your hand. Same with Rosemary. It's a really nice, it's an okay normal summon since it's level 4, but it doesn't go into any extensions. If you open anything like Jasmine, Laurel, Angelica, then you're going to be able to go into some combos. But that's actually it for the main deck Aromage monsters. This was a huge comment that I got a couple times on my last video. People were asking me to play the Rika monsters, and I completely agree. So I'm playing 3 Rika Petal. The only reason I wasn't playing the Rikas last time is because back in January, these cards were a little harder to get a hold of, but now they're a lot more available. So you play 3 Rika Petal. Just amazing for searching your other Rika cards. And it revives itself basically at the end of every turn, so long as you only control plant monsters or no monsters at all. So just if you end your turn, it's in the grave, it's able to be brought back, and then you're actually able to go into some really nice Xyz monsters just to get your turn started. Then you're playing your 2 Snowdrop, the Rika Fairy. This is the reason why you're able to play a wide range of Xyz monsters in the extra deck. Just being able to target any monster, make every monster on the field that level, it's amazing for huge Xyz plays. So really nice. Plus, it can special summon any other plant from your hand. So if you have another like Lone Fire in your hand, you can tribute the Lone Fire, search for any other plant in your deck. It's just amazing. You only play 2. It's not even bricky when it's in your hand. It's just Rika searches it, and also Jasmine searches it. You don't need it. You also play 1 Erica, the Rika Fairy. I just find that having a battle hand trap being able to boost your Yu-Gi-Oh monsters by 1,000 during the battle phase just really catches your opponent off guard. It's searchable with Jasmine, so you can have it at your hand whenever you want. Plus, it's able to be revived from the graveyard if you tribute a monster on your field. So recursion, and it's really nice. Then we're going to get into our generic plant support. We have our 3 Lone Fire Blossom. I don't even need to explain it to you. Evil Thorn. A lot of people were questioning why I had Evil Thorn. It's really nice. If you start out with an Evil Thorn in your hand, you tribute it, you get your two other Evil Thorns, then you can go into your Aromaseraphine Jasmine, which is a really nice starting play. It is a little tough. If you ever open your starting hand and you see 2 Evil Thorn in your starting hand, it's essentially dead, because Evil Thorns can't special summon from the hand. So that's a huge neg if you draw 2 Evil Thorn in your hand. It happens rarely, however, it still happens, and it's really not great. But when you only draw 1, it's really nice. So now, more generic plant support. 2 Rose Girl. Just like Rika Petal, it'll recur itself at the end phase of every turn, and then every other turn, you can special summon this card from your hand if you control plant monsters. So just more combo extenders. Rose Girl is amazing. Send it back to your hand, it's great. And then one of my favorite cards to play. You don't see this in a lot of plant decks because you need Jasmine to make this work. You play 1 Cactus Bouncer. So if anyone doesn't know what this card does, cannot be special summoned, which is very important. And then while you control another plant monster on the field, neither player can special summon monsters. If you are going turn 1, I'll make a combo video talking about how this is possible, but it's really easy to get Jasmine to the field, special summon, use Jasmine to search, get Cactus Bouncer to your hand, then use Jasmine's effect to special summon Jasmine to the field. Then, if your life points are higher, you can use Jasmine's effect to do a second normal summon. That wording is so important because Cactus Bouncer can only be normal summoned. So if you can do your entire combo for Aromage, and if you end on a Jasmine on the field and your life points are higher, you're able to normal summon the Cactus Bouncer just as a period to the sentence of your turn. And then your opponent just can't special summon for their turn, and you have an entire board. It is important to note that when you have Cactus Bouncer on the field, you cannot special summon either, but it's okay. And then this is another really fun tech option that I've added. You're playing 1 Mardell Generator Boss of Light. It's a plant monster, so it's able to be special summoned by Jasmine. And then you can use it to add a generator monster or a plant monster from your deck to your hand. So it can search anything. But what you're really going to be searching, you're not going to be searching any of the plant monsters. You're really going to be searching for generator boss stage, because then you can special summon your Nigog generator boss of ice directly from your deck. And if anyone doesn't know what the generator boss monsters do, it's really hard to explain. But essentially, Boss of Ice can negate an opponent's special summon, and you play him in the side deck. Har, Boss of Storms, he can negate an opponent's spell effect. You keep Har in the side deck. I main deck Boss of Ice just so if my opponent's like trying to do the summon for Dragoon or basically any of those Xyz synchro plays, just having him on the field is a lot better than not having him. So we're going to put those there. That is it for the main deck monsters. It is a really main deck monster heavy deck. So we're going to throw those off to the side. Now we're going to get into the spells. You play 3 Aroma Garden. Really great way to gain life points. Plus it boosts all your monsters if you control a plant. You play 1 Boss Stage, 1 Terraforming. And you have your 1 for 1 Just a great card to search out your Laurel if you need it. Get your Rika Petal. Basically, if you open that, it gets you access to a lot of cards. Then you have your 3 Aroma Gardening, another amazing way of gaining life points. And also, if you don't control a monster and your life points are lower than your opponent's, if they attack, you can special summon an Aromage monster from your deck and basically protect yourself from another hit. So that's it for the spells. We play 2 Blessed Winds, another great way of gaining life points on your opponent's turn, because your Aromage monsters, they will go off if you gain life points during your opponent's turn. And so Blessed Winds can also revive monsters from your graveyard. You can send a plant from your graveyard, shuffle it into the deck, gain 500. Send a plant monster from your hand or face up on the field to the grave, gain 500. Pay 1,000, special summon an Aroma monster from your grave back to the field. And then to finish off the main deck, you play 1 Dried Winds. If you gain life points, destroy a card on the field. It's that simple. And then if your life points are 3,000 or higher than your opponent's, you can pay the difference in life points, so you equal out the opponent's life points in yours, and you can destroy a monster on their field. So that second effect really isn't that useful, but it's a nice option to have. So we're going to throw these off to the side. That's it for the main deck. Now we're going to go into the extra deck. Actually, you know what? It's actually really important before I do the extra deck that I do the side deck, and I'll explain why in just a little bit. This isn't actually complete. These are actually unsleeved because I actually ran out of red sleeves, but don't worry about that for now. So you play 1 extra Aromage Rosemary, 1 Har, and you play 1 Bergamot. But then, this is what I really love, and get ready for this. This is a smoke screen style. If you don't know what a smoke screen is, that's when you take your side deck and you can swap out all 15 cards for an entire new aspect of play. You have your entire Trap Trick Armada in here. Just, if your opponent is so combo heavy that you don't know how to deal with it, you side in for your Trap Trick and you just flood with traps. I'm not going to take the time to explain how trap tricks work just because this is an Aromage video, not a trap trick video. But that's it for the side deck. If you guys like, let me know in the comments if you want to see a trap trick deck profile. I would love to do that. I love trap trick monsters. But now we're just going to go into the extra deck. So you're playing 2 Aromaseraphine Jasmine. You want to have Aromaseraphine Jasmine on the field as much as humanly possible. It's basically the reason why Aromage combos can exist. You gain life points, you can add a plant from your deck to your hand, and then once per turn you contribute a monster that it points to special summon any plant from your deck. So that tribute that you do, you can just go ahead and just grab Mardell, Generator, Boss of Light, and just get it to your field. And some amazing combos just, yeah. Mardell is like a 1-card combo into a lot of stuff by itself. Then you play 1 Trap Tricks Coloria. Like I said, I'm not going to be explaining how Trap Tricks work because this is an Aromage video. You're playing 1 Link Karibo. It's just a cool little tech thing when you have your 1 Angelica. You can get it off the field and then bring it back just to get more Link fodder. And then just a nice boss option, you play 1 Apollosa. Yeah, Apollosa is a nice option to have. Because you have a lot of monsters that recur themselves, so you can get a lot of monsters on your field, go into a really high Link monster, and when they're in the grave, you can bring them back either with your Blessed Winds or by their own monster effects. So now for the synchros, this is a pretty synchro-heavy deck, so we have a lot. We're playing 2 Aromaseraphine Sweet Majorum. You gain life points, destroy a card on the field, and then if this card is synchro summoned, you can search for one of your continuous traps. So it's going to be either your Blessed Wind or your Dried Winds. Really nice. Primula, Empress of Blossom, you play 1 of. Basically gains 400 attack for every plant monster you control, including itself. And then you can target a level 5 or lower, level 5 or higher, very, very important, level 5 or higher plant monster in your grave. Special summon it back in defense position. So what you can do is, if you have Sweet Majorm on the field, and you have, sorry, my cards are all out of order now. If you have Sweet Majorm, I know I said I wasn't going to do combos, but this is just so cool. You get Sweet Majorm, you special summon your Angelica, you Synchro into Primula, then these two are in your grave. Use Primula's effect, bring back Sweet Majorm, then you use Angelica's effect to bring back Angelica, and you just got a free enormous beat stick. It is 1600 attack, and it gets 400 automatically for itself, and you are going to have a full field of plant monsters. Let me just tell you that, if you're playing this deck. So it gets enormous. That's one of the main reasons why I felt comfortable siding Bergamot into the side deck, because you're going to have Primula, Empress of Blossom, which is an amazing beat stick. You play your 1 Black Rose Dragon, Ancient Sacred Wyvern. Your life points are going to be so huge on your opponent. This guy can get up into the tens of thousands of attack points. And then just for a little bit of safety, Borreload Savage Dragon. You play a lot of links, so Savage Dragon's a nice option to have to attach some high-level links and stop your opponent. So that's it for the Synchro monsters. And now we have our Xyz. You play 1 Teardrop the Rika Queen. Play 2 if you want. Teardrop's a really nice option, because you can go into a lot of Teardrops. I don't have to, so I think I would play 2 if I did. And then you play 1 Rika Queen, etc. I never actually tried to pronounce the name. Citrina, right, Citrina. 1 Citrina, 1 Sacred Tree Beast, Hyperton, and then a Trap Trick Amaryllis. These are basically for when you do your Trap Trick Smokescreen. But yeah, guys, thank you guys so much for watching. Before you click off this video, I just want to let you guys know that I'm going back to posting every Tuesday and Thursday on the channel. So please consider subscribing. I do giveaways every single month, and this is a small channel, so your odds of winning are really good. And let me know any ideas that you have for another deck list. I love your guys' ideas, and just like this video, I took them into consideration, and I made a lot of great changes to my deck that definitely helped me out for the better. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. See ya.